just love when your hair looks amazing right before you have to wash it. I just love that. Hi guys, it's been a while. I'm not apologizing for it because I did tell you guys that I would be gone for a while in the beginning of 2022. I told you this at the end of 2021 that I would be gone in the beginning of 2022. Does that make sense? Right. Yes, with that being said, I am back. I did say I was gonna be back like 2 weeks ago, and life just kind of got away from me. So I never got a chance to sit down and like film, but now I have nothing but time. So hi, I'm back. And if you recognize this background at all, then you, ma'am or sir, are a ride or die. You've been here for a long time, okay? And I appreciate you because these last few years have been crazy, and I know this channel has been kind of everywhere-ish, but you know, that's just my life. So like I said, I was supposed to be back 2 weeks ago. This video was supposed to be out 2 weeks ago. So I think I did write like, you know, some things down that I want to talk about. This is a whole dissertation right here. And I'm not even sure if all of this is the same, so I'm gonna kind of just wing it, you know? Oh, where do I begin? Where do I begin? Let's begin with the beginning of the year, shall we? So the month of January for me was eye-opening, to say the least. It was a tough month, and things are still kind of tough right now for me from all angles. Just a lot of life changes and things happening. Yeah, let's start off with my mental health and wellness. You know, my mental health has definitely taken a turn in not such a positive way. I talked briefly about some of the things that I went through last year in regards to like quitting my job and being in like a failed situationship or quarantine-ship kind of situation, you know, whatever you want to call that. I thought that it had subsided when I started my new job back in July, August, whenever that was. But when the new year rolled around, I realized that that was not the case. You know, it came time to reflect back on my year and, you know, the goals that I wanted to achieve for the next year. And I started thinking about the goals I had set for 2021, and I had realized that I didn't really accomplish any of them, except maybe like 1 or 2, and they don't even come to mind right now, so they weren't super big goals. I didn't accomplish any of my goals in 2021. That hit me like a truck. And so there was that. And then there's this just like time of my life where I'm just like in a transitional period. I don't really know what the future is going to look like. I know what I want it to look like. I have a very, you know, clear idea of that right now. I'm sorry if my concealer looks crazy, whatever. But this era of my life feels like the season finale of a show, you know? Like everyone around me is making moves, moving, making career moves, doing things. A lot is happening, and this shit is overwhelming, okay? Oh, I failed to mention that this background that may be familiar to some of you is my parents' house. I'm back at my parents' house. I moved out of my apartment because I'm moving to Georgia, but I don't have an apartment up there yet. I don't have a job up there yet. I don't have anything settled for me up there yet. So I'm staying here until I figure all of that out. You know, thank God I have 2 parents that love me and care about me and don't want to see me fail and be out on the street. So they let me come back, and I don't even want to say let me, but you know, they have welcomed me back home, you know, until I, you know, figure things out. It's funny because I'm looking at the stuff that I wrote down, and things have definitely changed a little bit. I was gonna talk about how much I hated my new position at work, not because of my actual job duties, but because of the policies, or, you know, just the way in which upper management wanted me to go about this position. Like our values, our vision just didn't align. Like there were things that I wanted to do that I could not do because I wasn't given like the proper budget. So with that being said, I am no longer with that company. I was let go recently. I don't want to say fired because it was really, I don't know if mutual is the word. I wasn't quite ready to go yet, but I was, you know, I was halfway out the door, basically. Yeah, I'm just gonna go without. We're just gonna go without this because I realize my earring is like hitting it, and that's not gonna be good for sound. So we're just gonna let that go. I had really high hopes for the position that they put me in because I started out there as like customer support, and then they moved me over to influencer management, which I thought would have been really fun. You know, I'm an influencer myself, so to like be on the kind of the other side of that, it was really, you know, exciting for me. But I don't want to get too deep into things, you know. I don't want to like burn any bridges or like whatever. I just wasn't happy with the way that they wanted to do things. Like, I just didn't agree. I don't think that the way they go about influencer marketing is the right way or a good way, in my opinion. Especially as an influencer, it hits home for me as someone who is constantly lowballed, especially as a Black woman in this industry. You know, being an influencer is not, it's getting there, but it's not respected really. So, and that kind of shows in the way that they go about influencer marketing. Like, they don't respect it as something that, you know, people should really be paid what they're worth for. So that's all I'm gonna really say about that. But I was not happy in that position at all. So I can't say that I'm really sad that I was let go, you know? So yeah, I just was having, in January, I was still there obviously, and I just was not, I was not feeling that position at all. I was miserable at work. So I just kind of like focused on my own thing. I was just like kind of going through the motions at work. You know, I was still doing my work, I was still getting it done, but because I'm just not the type of person to like waste somebody's time and money. Like, you hired me for something, I'm gonna do it whether I like it or not. But I just, you know, it was just a letdown because I had high hopes for it. I was really excited for it. But yeah, so all of these things are happening. All of these changes are happening. Everything is just compounding on top of one another. And I've just kind of been obsessing over like the changes that are coming and like, you know, the place that I'm trying to get to, and hating my job and the commute and not being paid enough to pay all of my bills is just really getting to me, as one can imagine, you know. That's the thing, like I can't even, I skipped over that part. Like, it's one thing to not be happy where you're at as far as employment goes. It's a whole nother thing to not be happy where you're at and still not be able to pay all of your bills. Like, you are being severely underpaid while management is telling you you're a rock star, or you're my favorite employee, or like, you know, you're doing such a great job. Like, why are you paying me pennies then? You know, we have all these talented kids here, and like, we're all being severely underpaid. Like, we're worth way more than this. We bring so much value to you guys, and it does not show in those paychecks, you know? You know, with that being said, I've been on the job hunt for the past month and a half. Hey guys, so just dropping in real quick. I have an interview in 30 minutes, so here's my little outfit. It's on Zoom, of course, so you know, I don't really need to be fully dressed like this, but you know, you look good, you feel good. So if I got no pants on, I don't know, I just feel like the pants add to the confidence. Also, I just got home from work, so I'm not gonna talk too long because I want to, you know, do a little bit more prepping before the interview. But girl has been on this job search, okay? I've been on it, networking and all, doing all the things. So, you know, if I don't get this one, it's all good. Something else will definitely come. But this one seems like a really good opportunity. It'll be pretty close to where I plan to live in Atlanta, so the commute won't be anything ridiculous, and the pay is good, and the office, the company has a really good rating on Glassdoor. So, you know, it's looking real good. So, you know, we'll see how this interview goes. I will update you guys, you know. I'm gonna go get ready for this interview, so y'all wish me luck. Y'all not gonna see this footage till probably next month, but you know, hey, wish me luck, okay? Like, I was really going to wait it out a little bit longer, but because I just was not happy with where I was at, and because I need more money to live, inflation is insane right now, and you know, I already wasn't making enough when prices were down, or like down, whatever, when they weren't as high. I wasn't making up then, and I damn sure wasn't making enough most recently. Girl, I am stressed, okay? Even though I have moved out of my parents' house and I no longer have rent to pay, I am still stressed. And now I don't even have a job. Like, I still have bills. I don't have rent, but I still have bills. And I don't have a job. And YouTube is slow right now. Like, influencing is slow for me right now because I'm in the middle of switching niches, you know? And I haven't been posting as much because I'm trying to focus on my career so that I can have money to pay to keep this going. Because quiet as it's kept, like, you need money to be on YouTube. You know, I'm the type of person that really likes stability, and right now things are very unstable for me. It just kind of feels like I've lost control of everything. It's just like, it's one thing when, you know, everything is going wrong or going not so great when it was your fault. It's your actions that are causing these things. But when it's like literally out of your control, like I can't control when someone's gonna give me a job, you know, like I can't control that. Like I can only do so much, you know. I can do all the reaching out to recruiters and like applying for jobs and all of that stuff, but it's gonna take someone stepping out on faith and giving me a chance, you know, and seeing that I do have value to bring in order for things to really turn around for me, you know? So my goal is releasing these fears that I have, just kind of letting go and letting God, and trusting the process. I'm trying to be grateful and enjoy where I am in life, even if it's not exactly where I want to be or need to be. You know, it is hard. It is hard, and it is a work in progress every single day, you know. So mentally, that's where I've been at. Being in my parents' house has been, you know, pros and cons. It's like there's food here all the time. I don't have to pay rent. There's a dog, you know. I can't really complain, but it's also just like, and you know, it's a nice house. We don't live in the hood or anything. Like, it's in a nice area. It's closer to my friends than where I was when I was in an apartment. But I need to get out of here, you know? Like, I'm ready. I've been ready to get out of this comfort zone that I've been in for so long. And I'm just super uncomfortable right now. And they say that, like, when you're about to have a breakthrough or when you're about to, like, you know, level up or whatever, like, you get super uncomfortable with where you're at until you know, get to level up. And that's where I am right now. 2021 was a year of like serious reflection for me. 2020 as well, you know, with lockdown and everything, but like 2021 was really the year where I just it was just way more intense for me because, you know, whether it was of my own fault or something out of my control, a lot of things happened that really shifted my perspective on life, or my perspective on my direction in life, you know? Everything from interpersonal relationships to professional goals really shifted very drastically, I would say. When 2021 started out, I wanted to go full force with entrepreneurship. I wanted to, you know, I wanted to leave my job and be an influencer again and like, you know, run my hair business and like do all of the things. So I did that. In the beginning of the year, I was going hard with the content. You know, I was getting back into the groove, like for real, like things were going well. I was getting brand deals left and right on Instagram. It was great. I got 1 million views on a reel, like what? And that brought so many opportunities for me. So after that happened, I was like, okay, like I could do this. Like I just need a little bit more time to like get my money up and then I can quit and like do this full time. So I did that and got a part-time job so that I could have more time to focus on my entrepreneurial endeavors. Well, I hated the part-time job and quit it unexpectedly and ended up in a really bad place. And you can go watch my vlogs if you want to see that horrible time in my life. It's gonna be up there because I need to see the growth, because I want to show y'all the growth. But like, yeah, horrible time, terrible times. And I really didn't have enough income coming in from Instagram and YouTube. I wasn't planning on leaving that job. You know, I wasn't planning on jumping into full-time entrepreneurship at that time. Mentally couldn't deal with things at all. Like mentally, just everything was crashing down on me. So I couldn't handle it. Almost lost my apartment, blah, blah, blah. I have another vlog talking like about that. Got my new job working in Miami, and working at that job definitely shifted my perspective. Even though I hated the last few weeks that I was there, I really did enjoy the majority of, you know, working there, and I learned so much, and I worked with some really great people and people that I'll probably stay in contact with for a long time. I realized that I don't mind working for someone. Actually, I would prefer it because of the stable income and benefits and things that you don't get as an entrepreneur. As long as I enjoy what I do, and as long as I can have, you know, content creation as a side hustle and it not be a conflict of interest, I really don't mind it. I really don't mind it. And I really, you know, I'm a Taurus. Like I said, we like stability, and there's nothing more stable than a paycheck every 2 weeks. Like, yes, your employer can let you go at any time, especially in Florida, you're at will and they can literally let you go at any time. And I just experienced that. Like, I know all that, but that's why I'll always have a side hustle, you know? Generally speaking, it is better for me personally, mentally, financially, for me to have a professional, you know, 9 to 5 like career. I feel that I'm trying to really get into, like, I'm really excited about it. Do I eventually see myself going back into full-time entrepreneurship? Maybe when I'm like 40 something, but I don't really know for sure. So all of that kind of led me to going back to school and pursuing my MBA and a career in tech. So yeah, my goal this year is to take the GRE and get a great score, get some great recommendation letters in. I'm not sure anymore if I'm gonna apply to go to school this fall, just because of a lot of different things. If not this fall, then next fall for sure. Like, I'm gonna go do it. The only reason I'm saying maybe next year is because I'm gonna try to get some certifications and do some boot camps in first to see what I can do with that before I go jump in and spend $100,000 or go $100,000 into debt, I should say. So, you know, I'm just trying to be cautious. I can be pretty impulsive sometimes, so I'm just like, taking it easy, you know? My goal with YouTube, hi, did not forget about y'all. My goal with YouTube is to just kind of have fun with it. Figure out my new aesthetics, my style. I don't want really to put a monetary or numerical goal here anymore. Every year I have this goal of like, I want to hit $100,000, that too, but 100,000 subscribers and like this many views or this much money I want to make from it. And that never works out. And I end up just being disappointed and depressed. Yeah, when I do that, it just puts a lot of pressure on myself, creates sort of unrealistic expectations. You know, they say shoot for the moon and you'll shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon, or whatever, shoot for the moon, you land on the stars, however that goes. But it's just like, you also have to manage your expectations sometimes. And like, if those goals are putting unnecessary pressure on you and like causing distress, then maybe rethink them a little bit. And then when that happens, I don't even appreciate the growth that I did experience. You know, for so long, I'm just like, oh, I didn't hit 100K, I didn't hit 100K, but like there was so much growth that I did experience that I don't even acknowledge because I'm so focused on that specific goal. Either way, I'm just not putting that much pressure on myself as an influencer, as a YouTuber, whatever, because it is my creative outlet and I want it to keep feeling like that. It is still my hobby and I don't want to let it go just because I'm not really making much money from it. You know, I didn't hit any of my goals for YouTube last year. In fact, I lost a lot of subscribers and I'm seeing the lowest revenue I have seen since I started. But on the bright side of that, it's only up from here, you know? I'm gonna continue vlogging. I'm gonna continue posting about, you know, whatever I feel like. But I'm not gonna put pressure on myself to get a certain amount of subscribers or a certain amount of revenue or a certain amount of videos per week or month, you know? I just want to enjoy this again and see where it takes me. I'm just kind of releasing it into the universe and into God's hands because I don't really know what else to do at this point. So, giving it to you, God. Thanks. If I learned anything at all in 2021, is that I will definitely walk away from a situation if it does not serve me. Whether that's a job I don't like, a relationship, a situationship, whatever it is, I'm not afraid to walk away from it. And that I am proud of. I am proud of myself. It's really good to know. And yeah, shout out to me. I'm not staying around for no bullshit for nobody. And now my camera's gonna die, so we're gonna take a little break. So, let's talk about relationships, shall we? Yay. In 2021, I also learned that I really can be by myself, you know, like single. And I never really thought that like I needed a boyfriend or anything like that. I was raised to be self-sufficient, independent, and just always have my own thing going on and not depend on no man. Shout out to my mama. So anytime I had a boyfriend or like was in a relationship, I was doing it because I just genuinely, some guy came along and I decided I like him and like, okay, yeah, sure, let's be boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, like whatever. I never felt like I needed a boyfriend, you know, and I would always just walk away from situations if I no longer want to be there. Like there was one time where I waited a lot longer than I should have to get out of a relationship, but I was 20 years old, you know, like, and he was like my high school sweetheart or whatever. So like there was a lot of history and blah, 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 whatever. Anyways, I got out of it, you know. I just always kind of ended up in situations, you know, not because like I felt like I needed someone, but just because like, you know, whatever. But I'm a hopeless romantic, you know. But I'm also very okay with being single. Very okay with that. When I am single, I have a great time. I have a ball, okay? Dating itself, though, does kind of suck. There really is, being in the street, in the dating scene, it does suck, but I never use that as a reason to jump into a relationship. Like, if I jump into a relationship, it's because I want to do it, you know? So there are some things that I definitely can say that I learned about myself or realized about myself that I either didn't know or wasn't really sure of before. I learned what I will and will not accept from a partner. I learned the things that I want on a deeper scale rather than a surface level. Things like attraction, finances, career, whatever, but like, what kind of things am I willing to deal with, you know? What are the deal breakers? What are the non-negotiables? And those things have kind of been building throughout the years, you know, throughout different situations and relationships that I've been in. Last year was really just a lot of things that really came full circle for me, I guess. Towards the end of the year, or the second half of the year, I started dating someone that I really like, and we're still dating right now, but I'm kind of just approaching it with a, well, it's kind of different now than when I wrote this, but you know, approaching it with a we'll see where this goes kind of thing, and not putting too much pressure on the situation. And it's great because I don't feel pressure from, you know, the person that I'm dating. Just kind of really on the same page about everything, and it's just been really refreshing and like everything I have been looking for. But you know, we'll see where it goes. You know, I'm managing my expectations. I have high hopes, but I'm managing my expectations and just really learning how to communicate with people, with someone, on how to love me the way I need to be loved, and keeping an open mind about, you know, learning how to love the other person the way they need to be loved. Like I said, being single is fine. It's great. It's so much fun, but the dating pool really does have pee and poop in it. Okay, it's real. It's giving trailer park, it's giving trailer trash, it's giving ghetto, it's not giving. So I am glad that I've been able to go into the new year with someone that I can potentially move into, or that I will be moving into a serious relationship with. You know, we're taking things very slowly by choice, and I'm excited about it. That's all I'll say about that. Last year, I really learned that I have some amazing friends. And just a really amazing support system, you know. I already knew that when my parents were amazing, supportive parents, you know. I've been on this. I could not have asked for a better set of people to raise me. You know, they're just those kind of parents. Like, but what I didn't realize before was just how solid my friend group is. Me and my best friend have been best friends since high school. Me and my other close friend, Jaleesa, have been friends for like the past 4 years, you know. I was kind of able to just smash the two together, and now we're all like a little friend group, and you know, luckily they liked each other, so we're all friends and things are great, and we're just so supportive of each other, and there's like no cattiness, no jealousy. Like, it's just genuine love and support. Amazing people. And my best friend's fiance too, like, he's great. Like, that's the homie. So my goal for 2022 is, I just really want to keep those friendships going, you know, keep them strong. We're all kind of going in different directions in life, and so I just want to keep those friendships solid and strong as we transition to the new phases of our life. But I also want to make some new friends, you know, like I need to surround myself with more people that are doing the things that I want to do. I need to be around more people that are more closely aligned with the direction that I'm heading in. So that's definitely a goal for me when I moved to Atlanta, to just kind of surround myself with like really solid, successful, or like-minded people. But I definitely will not forget about my girls down here. Okay, those are my girls. They've been here through some rough times, all right? So like, we've all been here for each other through some rough times, so like, they ain't going nowhere. But I do need to make more friends, which is very scary. So with all that being said, all that reflection that I was doing in the beginning of the year, it's still the beginning of the year, but in the beginning of the month of January and the end of December, I just kind of took that as an opportunity to like really get to it, you know, like really just spent a lot of time like studying for grad school, you know, for the GRE test, working out. I was taking full advantage of that gym at my apartment complex because I knew that once I moved out, I wasn't gonna have access to a gym or anything up until, you know, I don't know, until probably I moved to Atlanta or something. I don't know. I spent a lot of time journaling, studying, working out, enjoying my last few weeks of working in downtown Miami, you know, going out with my coworkers after work. Cat is bumming a cigarette. Okay. I'm like, famous on Snapchat. What the fuck?
Boy, let's go.
Patricia.
Let's go,
It's
Miami.
dark, they can't even see.
I want to be like 160.
Oh my god, maybe my left leg. Yes, I was. So how much is that from your current weight? Like,
Well, I lost like probably like 6 pounds.
And just, you know, trying to have fun with everything before I started like the transition for real. I moved out of my apartment, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? I don't even know, but very recently I just got here to my parents' house. So yeah, you can see in the footage that I was really just trying to, you know, kind of live life to the fullest as much as I could with no money and no money. Boom, that's it. Hey boo, you wanna come say hi? Come say hi. Ah, okay. I brought that on myself. Okay, all right, okay. All right, that was Bella saying hi. Yeah, so, you know, I just really have been taking things in stride and I'm really hopeful for the future. I'm really trying not to have a breakdown every 5 seconds because I have no idea what the future holds. You know, it's just been phone screen after phone screen, interview after interview, just so much of that. And oh God, it's been a lot, but I should have never called her over here. Now she wanna act a fool. So yeah, let's just wrap this up, shall we? So basically, the elephant in the room, which I'm always talking about actually, so it's really not an elephant anymore at this point. It's kind of more like a mouse. As like my content going forward, I'm really just taking y'all along for the ride. I'm really just trying to tap into more of like vlogging and storytelling, and I will still be doing beauty videos. I keep telling y'all this, like I'm still gonna do some hair content every now and again, but your girl is planning to cross over into straight natural territory, okay? I just no longer have the time and energy to do twist outs and braid outs and things anymore. So yeah, your girl is gonna be a straight natural. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. I'm excited for this journey. I'm excited for the things to come. I'm excited for my new life in Atlanta. I can't wait to get there. I'm trying to get there as soon as possible and up out of this house because I ain't got no bed here, okay? I'm sleeping on a futon and it's not that comfortable. So I'm just in a really uncomfortable place right now in so many different ways, and I just can't wait until I start to see the fruits of my labor. So yeah, if you are interested in following me along for this journey, then subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm really trying to take my content to the next level, so yeah. If you guys notice, if you go look on my channel, a lot of my older videos are gone. I've taken them down. They're still there, but they're privated, unlisted, whatever. They're just gone because I don't want this to be all about hair anymore. I'm past that phase of my life. I'm not just an influencer anymore. I don't have time to record hair videos all day long. I'm really excited for the future and what's to come, and I hope you will follow me along on this journey. Subscribe, like this video if you can relate at all. Okay, bye.